too shy for love. I've been hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in. And if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side.
Should I be scared? The feeling's so different now. You got me floating here, a feather in the air. Oh, but when the wind blows, will I tumble or sail away? Or would you have me stay? And what if I escape? I know
I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side, by your side. I'm not afraid. We found something that'll never fade. We can be ourselves and figure out the rest along the way. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side. I need you by my side.
Something like that. Rip headphone users. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay. We're just gonna have fun. It's Saturday night. Don't think too much about what's going on. Just do stuff. I don't know. It's one of those things where, all right, ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. Let's get going on some of this. If I can find out what I want on what screens and this, that, and the other. Let's just go to the game. There is nothing showing up for, I think it's because the sound's off. Just make sure that that's correct. I had to redo a few things from scratch recently, so let's just make sure that it's showing like it's supposed to. Oh, okay. It's just really, really soft. Good. Let's just have some fun. And let's see. What do we want to put where here? All right. Let's see. We have a copy of this. We have a copy of this. We can check later if we need that. We have the control panel for this sort of stuff. Really, my setup for Twitch is getting more and more like my setup for YouTube every single day with all of this stuff. So, it is what it is. Let's get going here. Two-handers for everybody. This kind of reminds me of the... How come they can barely hear anything? Two-handers for everybody. Probably because I actually did legit turn the volume down. There we go. So, two-handers for everybody. It's like the old Oprah meme. You get a two-hander, and you get a two-hander, and you get a two-hander. So, What's going on, of course, is there is the new perk for two-handers in Elder Scrolls Online. We can turn off some of that YouTube music there and go back to Stream Beats for this sort of thing. Stream Beats Synthwave will be good. So we'll just do this, and we'll get some rock instrumentals in there as well. And get going on some of this as well. Where is, under music, rock and demon instrumentals? Let's play something. Alright, where were we on this? So everybody gets two-handers. Two-handers have the nice new perk of giving you a bonus to weapon and spell damage. And so what that fundamentally means here is... Wow, this thing's really too small, isn't it? Take that out and just do this. Snap that into place and keep OBS free. Freedom! Or something along those lines. Kind of got to wing it, because OBS doesn't want to be smaller than some of the other stuff here. Under two-handers, of which she only has 11 points, and she can actually take... she can actually take the first bonus. So, two-handed swords increase your weapon and spell damage. Axes increase your crit. Only maces are still 100% martial with that armor pen bonus. The fun part is, she looks like she has a... It looks like a two-handed mace. It looks like a piece of jewelry or something. Maybe sort of a caster weapon. But it's really a two-handed sword that has been transmogged into looking like a mace. So, bada bing, battle cleric on the loose. Never had a reason to level two-handed on most of these characters. Hey, what do you know? It's an Elder Scrolls Online stream, and it's raining. Typical. Glenumbra. When does it ever stop raining in Glenumbra? Glenumbra is like the Seattle or something of ESO. I like the rain in the trees, man. I just wish it rained a little less. Seems like half the time I go to stream, it's raining in Glenumbra. Yeah. Alright, so we need to make some progression here. She's nowhere near as progressed in the world as Richard Goodmain is, but we just gotta get that two-handed up. Get it to the point where we can take the second bonus. She's mostly used caster weapons like resto stays. Primary healer, all light armor. If she takes too much damage, use the buff. One of the big differences with her versus Goodmain is light armor versus heavy armor. So we're going to be checking out what kind of difference there is with regards to somebody trying to do stuff like this. Look at these people. Everybody leveling dual wield. Well, if you're melee, there's a lot of bonuses to dual wield now. It's interesting. It's interesting how this stuff has become a caster hybrid thing. How are we looking in terms of what it looks like? Okay, good. It's just Zenimax encouraging hybrid play by whatever means are necessary. Oh, man. This is crazy. Alright, so she's rocking light armor. She's rocking light armor, tends to be further along with light than heavy. Lots of enchants and stuff to crank the magic really high. Do have to change this one from impenetrable over to divines in order to get more magic, so we need some more transmogs in order to swap that over. Actually, do we have enough transmog stones to switch over the remaining armor that is still set to infused and stuff, so that when she takes the mage stone, she gets a ton of extra magic? I also got to see what the scaling is with magic versus spell damage. So keep everything the same. We could do that, actually. We can do that by taking all of her points out of Magicka while everything's free. I want to see what the scaling is. So let's do unbuffed spell damage. Go to Stormhaven. Let's go to Wayrest. Go to the Cathedral at Wayrest, and since respecs are free, we can get our answers to all kinds of questions regarding the stat system. Like, I'm curious how spell damage is relative to magic. Or is this an environment... She can also use some riding lessons, too. She doesn't have a maxed out mount like Goodmain does. Nope, that's the castle. We want the cathedral. Getting my C's mixed up. There we go. Down over there. Unbuff 3,700 spell damage. Let's do the attribute. No, that's the get married statue. Attributes. What? Oh, it just blanks him. 3746. Okay, that doesn't... Well, so much for that idea. I think it's a situation where spells silently scale off your max magic in terms of the damage they do. Well, then we just won't take the points in Magicka then. Just do this. Alright, so 35,000 from gear alone, no attribute points spent. Take a look at a damage ability, like Dawn's Wrath, Dark Flare. 8604 versus... $9,004. So there is a scale. Ooh! Crank the magic as high as possible, not just the spell damage. Well then, I guess we're redistributing points then. Yeah, so take less out of... Let's see here. That's a plus spell The problem is I already have plus spell damage everywhere. Wonder if I should do plus magic everywhere first. So maybe 100 spell damage to just magic attacks only. So how do we give up... Why don't we just give up 100 spell damage to not be as far into this tree, but max out the magic in the pool? Let's see if that helps. She's going to hit harder anyways because she's wearing all light armor. So let's get up to 1,000 extra magic there. What's lurking in this tree? Healing, taken. Reduces the damage from martial attacks. Oh, this is getting into the tank tree. Whoops. 40, etc., etc. 1040 max magic. Let's go back to here and start taking those points again. So take 1 level of offensive pen, 1 level of flawless ritual, and then, oh, we need all 30 points. We're 4 points away from being able to get this. Let's just crank everything here. We don't have those points yet, but we'll just, yeah. We need 4 more points in warfare in order to unlock that 100%. So we're close. So we have 1,300 magic from this one. We have 150 spell damage from that one. Another 1,000 magic from this one. A little bit of crit. And we're almost to where we can get the 100 spell damage from here. Well, let's get 4 more champion points then. Run dungeons, help people out, level things up, whatever it takes. And, of course, let's use an experience scroll. Yar. So yeah, she has reasons to use two-handed weapons because 3,700 spell damage, and we can advance the two-handed skill to the point where she can get the full bonus. And that's when we can start comparing good main versus Lockhart on this one. Yeah! Okay, so yeah, max magic. There are Templar spells that get stronger with higher max magic. I'm gonna have to go back and change good main afterwards, or maybe later in the stream. Let's get out and do some stuff here. Sweet. You get a two-hander, and you get a two-hander. It does have its issues, though. This is more of a generalist weapon, as opposed to Destro and Resto being better at their respective types of magic. You won't get as good of a healing benefit as a two-hander as you will with a Restoration Staff, and you won't get as good of a damage benefit with a two-hander as you will with a Destro Staff. But if you want to roleplay a Paladin, you're not as far behind as you were before with this martial weapon, especially with how weapon and spell damage kind of feed off each other nowadays. The Reach. She's barely been anywhere in the Reach, so if we want to go for 100% completion, that's where we'll go to do our questing and exploration. Plus there's Black Reach that's attached to that. Alright, so where do we start with all of this? Lots of stuff to do. Alright, we need points in two-handed, which means we need to go fight stuff in two-handed, which means we need to not be healing too much. But let's go discover a bunch of stuff, beginning with the area around Markarth. See if we can get some further map completion and all that lovely stuff. The audio's ducking like it's supposed to, right? Nice. I have a real...
Reeker. Ard Kadak refuses to see you. Now go! Before I gut you.
The Ard needs to hear what I have to say.
I've already done this stuff, so...
It is imperative that we speak.
Could start the quest chain again. That would be more experience and points and stuff. But we have most of the map undiscovered out here. Why does it always have to be night in game when I'm streaming? Makes the stream look dull. So here's the thing. I know I'm a 2-viewer Andy most of the time, thanks to my dashboard. I know I'm a 2-viewer Andy, thanks to my dashboard, as well as... and other stuff. I should actually... okay, never mind. Electrum? Do I really want to be mining Electrum? Do I really want Lauren to be mining Electrum? No. Jewel crafting is one of those things where you want to have... well, the thing with the writs is that until you have the points to max everything out and do things to the highest level, you want to keep everything at the lowest level so you're gathering materials and having plenty of material at the bottom for writs on your alts. So it actually makes more sense. This is why we have the Heroes Reforged event.
Now go before I gut.
So let's see here. Let's make it nice and easy. Let's go to the one in Northern Elsewhere.
It is imperative that we...
Rimmon. I realize I'm going to be a 2-viewer Andy until people actually start watching these streams. So I've watched a few streams of people playing ESO with 2 people. I want to be better than them. Start with what we can control, and then see when people find out my little secret. Oh. See here. There's a couple of things that Twitch does that are still interesting to someone like me, even a big YouTube nerd. One of them is the focus on games. Another is the policy regarding monetization of gameplay. Some other things. So worry about that meta stuff some other time, though. What's this? So we want to do what again? We want to change up a skill, actually. Yes, we want to change up the trade skills. Nope, no attributes, please. I could always turn Lauren into a pure caster, though, and she'll hit harder. Because we know that cranking magic makes certain skills more powerful. She has everything for Adric's Spear, yes. This type of stuff here. 2-handed. So, we need about 14 more points. The next upgrade for heavy weapons, which is the perk that boosts your spell damage with a 2-hander, is it 2-hander level 25? How are we going to get that? Holy crap. Alright. Take the engraver down to level 1 so she does everything with pewter. I don't want to have some rando material in the middle that I'm doing all my crafting dailies with. Well, let's see. She could always do that stuff too. And for alts as well, when you have trade skills, if you already have a master crafter, basically pick what metal you want them to gather or what materials you want them to gather in the outdoor world, then give them hirelings and the ability to decon stuff. Your crafter can build everything for them. So in the case of Lauren, she just represents more messages from hirelings. The performance in the game should be better too, since I've reset some of the water reflection settings that I was experimenting with. So water won't look as good, but we won't have as many frame drops. This is a relatively populated town, though. Could always turn off the fancy water. I wonder why it is the case. Ooh, wait a minute. We have public dungeons we've never done anything in over here. Let's go fool around in Orc Rest, where that plague got a bunch of orcs sick. Alright. Why does it seem though like these MMOs always have one thing that makes them not run so well? I remember for years the problem I had with World of Warcraft was the shadows setting. Could crank everything else up and run at 60 frames a second. The minute I turned the shadows up, everything crashed. It must be newer stuff that's going on with graphics card technology. That's an awfully long drop, so we better just take the bridge. You get a 2-hander, and she has light armor too. Maybe I should go get some heavy. Take a few hits. But as long as she can cast the shield spell, the physical damage that she takes, or the physical resistance she has, is up there with someone wearing heavy, as long as you keep the plus 5,000 resistance active. And spell is really high. She's a Breton wearing light armor, so that helps with a few things. Okay, public dungeon. I'm kind of surprised that Zenimax couldn't come up with any penalties for medium armor, though. So it's the one type of armor that doesn't have any drawbacks. But it's like for rogues and other... Uh-oh. No way to AoE. Whoops. Well, we could always just crank that up. See if the higher spell damage makes the Consecrate hit harder. 16 grand. Just swing the mace a couple of times. The pretend mace. Plague-drenched fabric. What is that? Some kind of get like 7 of these and you get the... That's a special material, I think. Alright. Let's see if we can find and take out some bosses. Yar. 2-handed to 12. This was a good idea after all. Yeah, don't forget the spell damage boost that you get from the Mage Guild. Really should be cleaving stuff a bit more, though. Alright, she's taking too much damage. Resto Staff. Let's start cleaving everything. Have to cast the shield spell in order to get the full mitigation at 18,000. And outside it drops to 15,000 if we're not standing in the spell. Okay. Whoops. I don't want to do trash and boss here either. Oh, no, taking too many hits. Could always use the Adric's Spear ability. Messing around a public dungeon with no tank. In all light armor. We do have 2 pieces of heavy we can equip, though. She'll still hit harder than somebody wearing heavy armor with spells. Because she gets more spell pen for this sort of stuff. That's what I need to do. I gotta go to the Clockwork City. Alright, we got one of those. Only one thing left, so... 10 grand non-crit, so without the full perk, she's hitting as hard as Goodmain does with the full perk. Can we take on a boss in all light armor? Alright, Meat of the Discarded. Ready? Let's try this out. No crowd control or anything, and already taking big hits. A few swings in and get out of there while he's playing with his green sludge there. Regen. And don't forget the buff. 22 grand, but not quite close enough for that. Regen. Throw a dot on him while we're at it. Consecrate. There's no automatic riposte anymore with this new system, so we got to keep that in mind. She also doesn't have access to the heal over time that is so awesome on Resto Staff because the toughness spell is taking its place. Oh, look, someone else with healing combustions. Alright, some folks showed up. How do you die in a public dungeon unless you're a glass cannon? That's one of the things. I came in here and I thought this was harder than it actually is, so... Alright, that's one boss. You know what? We downed a boss. Whoop-de-doo. Let's go out. Let's go take care of the unfinished business in the Clockwork City while these folks tear up the rest of the dungeon here. We gotta go see if we can morph that gear, because it's more important that her gear be brought more in line with Goodmain than anything else. Here, have some heals. Hey, let's take out the trash. These people not have any heals? Hey, equip some heals, or put on a Resto Staff or something. No matter what you are, you have access to something like that in this game. Shoot, man, I'm doing this all in light armor. That's what we brought the healer for. Your World of Warcraftiness is showing. Alright, let's go to the Clockwork City. Clockwork City. Drops enabled too. That's right. Let's check something. Let's check it on the other window. Streaming the Elder Scrolls Online. I'm probably showing up at... They nerfed it. Or maybe I've earned it too recently. Used to be the case that you could farm drops off your own stream if you were a streamer. I don't know if I haven't done that yet with the new drop system, but I was watching Vindalia's stream earlier today, calendar day, as in the wee hours of the morning. So, she's awesome, by the way. Twitch.tv/Vindalia. Go click follow. Chill streamer. She's basically what I'm not, so. Yeah. I come on here like Mr. Sportscaster or something along those lines, and plus I'm doing a lot more combat and other builds and other progression-focused stuff, and she likes to be a lot more laid back about things. So, it's one of those situations where it's great not to have your involvement in content creation turn into an echo chamber of sorts where you only associate with people that are similar. It may actually be an interesting experience to watch the streams of or watch the YouTube videos of somebody that's notably different than you, and maybe you might have some rather sharp disagreements. Myself and Trainwreck's TV are kind of in that boat. There's a lot that I will very sharply not agree with him on, but it's always good to know what, you know, people with different mindsets and backgrounds and things like that are thinking of this kind of stuff. Alright. Clockwork City. I want to go to that attribute changer thingy. Do we have enough of those purple stone things for changing your attributes? Let's see. Where were those things again? I don't think there's any skill bonuses to that.
Yeah. Combatants needed.
Combatants needed. My normal stream time is the middle of the night, too. I'm a night shift guy, so... Except on weekends. Or night shift weekends. There it is. That's the building. Big blue banner. Let's do this. Lauren the Battle Cleric. There's the machine. Transmuting. That's what it's called. Okie dokie. So this is armor we want to change. We have 120 of those things. We could probably fix a few of these. This one is impenetrable. I want to change... Shut up. I want to change that to... You have to research it at a clothing station to unlock it. Okie dokie then. Where is Mr. Banker? Whoop whoop. Get over here.
Speak with me a moment.
Speak with me a moment. Right. Everything that's wrong, unequip it. It's everything that's not divines. So we'll take that. No, we want to do the crafty Alfiq first. So unequip the crafty Alfiq. Arcane, arcane, arcane. That one's correct. This one's correct. We want to change that to divines. Since we can do two of them, we'll change this one to infused as well. She also has this, but we don't have enough. We don't have. Wait a minute. That's New Moon Acolyte. We don't. No. We can remake that. So why don't we just take that off and go make a divines version of it? Fortunately, she has transmogs and stuff, so nobody's going to notice that this character now is not wearing any pants. Right. Let's see. This is... I need to knock it off with some of this, sounding like a sportscaster thing. People are going to call me a Markiplier ripoff. Alright, so... No! Well, that's wrong, too. Why don't we just decon all of that crap? Put it all in the bank. Crafty Alfiq gloves, New Moon Acolyte, New Moon Acolyte. Make a bunch of New Moon Acolyte stuff that's all divines. Because we've been doing a bit of an experiment here with infused versus divines, and I think we have our answer on that.
Well?
Let's see. Well, I guess she can hang out here, yeah, thanks to transmogging. Or we can just go to, like, chill at, like, the cabin or something. Skywatch apartment. I go to here, inside house. Just chill for a bit in Daggerfall. Have good main fixer gear. We shouldn't be having to use transmutes on stuff that's craftable. Crafty Alfiq? Sure. Stuff with secondary stats? No. That's left over from an infused experiment. We'll take the upgrade materials. They're purples anyways. I can make purples easily. It's the legendaries that I have trouble making because of lack of materials. I still don't get why you can't sign out either while she's sitting down. Like, right. Let's see here.
Okay, let's switch on over to the other character. Let's go out and make all that stuff again.
We're going to change the crafty Alfiq that's wrong. I think there's some more in the bank that needs to be worked on, too. We're going to change the crafty Alfiq that's wrong. Change his build, too, while we're at it. So crank his magic through the roof and take off that 100 spell power. You can do that easily. That's what the free respecs are for. Hammering out with the system and deciding what you want to do, even though we're only 4 points away from being able to get that ability anyways. But since we do have skills scaling with max magic, there's definitely a place for cranking your magic through the roof. I think there's another set of gear, too, that has similar effects to Crafty Alfiq. So we can get another plus magic spell damage thingy. Alright. So first off, fix his build. Redistribute, please. Yar. Barely any magic. Let's go in here and just get this sayonara. So long. There we go. Back out. Get all the magic we can. Cha-ching. Back to this. Get it just enough to get past this. Why am I out of points? There's something he has that she doesn't. What was that? Plus spell damage. Ah, he has more crit. That's why. We can back that off a notch. Take it down to just enough to get one of those. Yeah, he has more crit. Crit is cool. We'll start working on that after we get this 100 spell damage unlocked. We'll just crank crit the rest of the way. Keep things as general as possible with as many spell damage bonuses as we can, without having to split hairs between spell damage. Back that out. Split hairs between spell damage here and elsewhere. Let's see here. 40, 10, 50. Back out of that. Yar. Let's see. Hey, can I get a... Let me just get a shareable link to this. Let me put something in Vin's Discord. Oh, she has updates. Tired, huh? My little obsession. What? How come I can't link directly to the stream? Give me a break. What? Are you kidding me? I did click share. Ah, this isn't YouTube. That's why. Whatever. We will change to the video after that splits over. Or switches over. You get a two-hander, and you get a two-hander, and you get a two-hander. Everyone gets a two-hander. Alright, let's switch this over here. Hero's Vigor. Hey, I have points! Let's spend them. Almost to the 840 max health for that. How about on the Warfare? Alright, we have... we want to crank the magic all the way up. Why is that not maxed? Hold on. Ah, because we left without saving our changes. Alright, get out of this. Get out of this. Take this... No, that's the minimum. We need to have those points in there. Minimum crit. Crank... Wait, what? Why is... Wasn't this different a second ago? What? What am I missing? Okay. Crit... That's also the critical damage and healing bonuses. We got to do some of that as well. Increase your critical damage against enemies you are flanking. I wonder if that would introduce positionals to casters. So, as a mage character or something, you're now wanting to run around the side of an enemy in order to cast fireball or whatever. Oh, man. That sounds like something we could mess with. Alright, critical chance, we have that. Let's go into here. 10, 20. Crank this all the way up. We're going to come up short because we're 4 points away. And now this guy's build matches. Now let's fix that darn gear. Clockwork City, here we come. Retribution power. Could always run a dungeon too if I want. Also cook some more buff food while we're at it. Well, speaking of which, Lauren needs that buff as well for her abilities. You get a two-hander, and you get a two-hander. Everyone gets a two-hander. This, ladies and gentlemen, is ESO Update 29. Alright, let's do this. Clockwork City. Why does it sound like the mic's distorting? Maybe it's about time I invest in a limiter or, start raising money for one of the... Well, no, the Shure SM7B whatever they are, those are actually XLR mics. So, we're going to play around. Well, the big issue I have with analog mixing is that I have more wires and other stuff, and USB controllers have done the trick so far for this sort of stuff. So, we'll keep this as is. Whoops. There's also software that you have to consider as well. Ancestor Silk! Really? Here. Boom. Anywho, where were we? Now somebody's gonna beat me to that chest. Alright, let's see here. Ta-da! No. Kingmaker's Trove is now available to scry. Another scrying bonus. Leeds Chaser, achievement unlocked. Alright, Clockwork City. We'll call the banker when we get there. What the? Quests in the area. All these quests I have sitting around that I haven't done in months. Alright, next. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, Chad is there. Okay. Don't want to be too surprised. Where are we with this stuff? There it is. Hey, banker, get out here. Alright, we're gonna get that gear, we're gonna fix it. We're also gonna go make better, we're gonna make Divine's versions of that other stuff, which requires a trip to Southern Elsewhere. So Crafty Alfiq. All the Crafty Alfiqs that are wrong, we can fix 2 of them. May I be of service? Yes, you can. I want this, and I want that. You can go with this, or you can go with that. We can fix them both. Apparel. The one that's not Divine's is gonna become Divine's. 50, da-da-da, we have what, 100 of those things? Yeah. Get more of those from running dungeons. Worst we can do is start grinding dungeons to get more of those things. And, sorry, that's Divines. This one's a training belt, which makes a little more sense nowadays. It's locked. That means the other one isn't. Yes, I want to transmute them. Alright, so those are now Divines. So they will boost the stone things and whatnot. Lock them back up. All the Crafty Alfiq should be locked. Now, we can fix the New Moon Acolyte in Southern Elsewhere. Put those Crafty Alfiqs back in the bank.
How can I help you?
Crafty Alfiq. Da-da-da-da. Now, let's go fix this other nonsense. Whatever. Next!
Maybe the restrictions in Mournhold will ease now that the temple is safe again.
It's great to have the sound fixed on this. See this here? Southern Elsewhere. New Moon Acolyte. Although it does increase the costs of your abilities by 5%. Take a trip out there. Come on. I really should try installing this game on the M2 SSD and see if it gets any faster. That's a regular SSD it's installed on. Let's see here.
Let's have some fun, yes?
Welcome to the jungle. We've got a crafting station. Take the shortcut. Max level, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna, like, run off a cliff or something? Alright. I was doing an experiment. That must be something where you dismount when you enter caves and other places. I thought it was just a thing with Daggerfall or something. Okay. Well, let's replace this crap. Starting with the clothing. We probably have more materials to make higher level clothes. We could decon that other stuff. Alright, so New Moon Acolyte. We'll refine everything that needs to be refined while we're over here. Okay. Fortified brass armor only. What? I thought I had it. Where's the banker? Should be closed in there. No, it's Crafty Alfique? No, he fixed the Crafty Alfique. The other stuff is still in the bank. Banker, get over here!
Hello there.
Yeah. Okay. New Moon Acolyte, New Moon Acolyte, New Moon Acolyte, New Moon Acolyte. The infused experiment ends here. The reason for that is because you can put specific enchants on things. Usually if you're making them for specific characters, you just make more of them or get more of them and stuff. So you want to have a bonus from the stones that you'll be changing. If you want to change from, say, the magic stone to the spell damage stone, which I believe is mage to apprentice. So let's go armor here. New Moon Acolyte. Make sure none of this is any of my stuff. Nah, mine's legendary. Alright, unlock. The helmets. We need a helmet. This isn't locked either. Alright, so we're going to replace it. We're going to make the new version before we destroy the old version. All the New Moon Acolyte stuff is unlocked. First, a pair of pants. You don't make a pair of pants at a wood station. Clothing, clothing! Come on, think, idiot. Alright, breeches. New Moon Acolyte. We want it to be Divines. Champion 160. Style, doesn't matter. It's going to be transmogged over. Champion 160. Divines. New Moon Acolyte. Go. Upgrade it. Lock. Well, no, he starts yelling at. We can make it a legendary. See. Yeah, let's make it a legendary pair of pants. No, actually. This Crafty Alfique sash. Upgrade it. I don't think that's what you're supposed to type. That's... Alright, we'll just make purples out of everything else. Let's see, yep. Blues. Purples. Yay, purples. And decon the one we don't want. We don't want the infused one. So long. Alright, so we have Divines. Now we need to make a set of shoulder pads. Just change the gear. New Moon Acolytes, Divines, Breton, Champion 160. Get that upgraded. New Moon Acolyte. Green. Blue. Purple. And there's the wrong one. Destroy it. So that's that. Lock them both. Actually, we have to put enchants on them, so just get out of that. Now for the plate, which is her alternate armor, if she has to toughen up, go back to 5-2. Don't know if that'll be as necessary as it used to be with this new system. There's less of a dependence upon 5 pieces of armor with this system. There's less of a dependence on it. So we need a cuirass and a helm. We'll just decon these ahead of time. We know what it is. So let's do helmet. Helmet 160. Helmet 160. Divines. And then we'll do... For the 5-2 builds, it was always helmet and chest piece that was heavy, and everything else was whatever the armor was, in order to boost the toughness a little. Don't know if it's necessary, but it's good for toughening things up a bit. Let's upgrade these. We could legendary these things, but I'd rather legendary my tank gear first. So we'll take these up to epic. Next. To blue. To purple. Right, those are fixed. Now let's go make some really awesome enchants back at the castle and send Madame Lockhart back out on her way here. She needs about 14 more points to get the full benefit of that two-hander perk. Then we can actually start messing around with this in some of the other characters. So, one of the major things that's changed with the spells, the ice spells for the Wardens, is that a fully charged heavy attack with a Frost Staff is no longer a taunt. So I'm curious what kind of Frost Mage type stuff is available nowadays. Because previously, if you went tons of Frost Magic and whatnot, you were basically making a tank. But now that's tied to a Destro Staff ability. Why don't we just forego that so you don't have a taunt, and just do a bunch of damage instead? That's what I think Lady Elena Hawkford would be good for. The Elsa character, Breton. She should be good for that. Alright, let's make a whole bunch of enchants for these things. They're all armor, so we just have to make a couple of legendary magic enchants and toss them in the bank. Probably have to verify that as well. This, we had 4 pieces of armor, Mako, and Rapora. Give me 4 of those.
Rapora.
Mako, Kuta. Okay, put those in the bank. That should be enough for Lauren to upgrade back to what she needs to continue getting those skill points. Set those up.
Greetings.
Go in the bank. Take this out, and okay, so the armor, let's see here. New Moon Acolyte, New Moon Acolyte, New Moon Acolyte, New Moon Acolyte, and on the General tab, 1, 2, 3, 4. She can enchant her own armor, who cares? Switch off. He's got the full benefit from the perk, she does not. Let's fix that before moving on to the next character. We gotta figure out all the characters before this event is over. That's why there's gonna be a ton of ESO streaming. I'm basically stopping everything else, tech videos or any other stuff, to get this done. Alright, switch off. We gotta go through all the characters, set them all up for the new everything, especially when you log in for the first time with these things. 72. Gee, are we back to winter temperatures outside? It sure feels like it. Set this up. How packed is Twitch right now? Holy crap. Big Saturday night. It's quite alright. This doubles as a Let's Play series to send over to YouTube. Essentially. Could probably do some more. Yeah, two-handers for everybody. I think, though, with the way things are tonight, we should just get Lauren finished first and work on each of the characters individually, see where they're all at, progress them forward to where they are getting the benefits of these things. And in the case of Lady Celeste Fear Dragon, the Dragon Knight healer, deliberately made as a healer from the ground up. Have some fun with that. Maybe give her a sword or something. If you want to have some kind of Jedi sword monk type character, without the lightsaber, of course, can't use that in here. To the castle, then. We could always just place the guy and then just put him away afterwards. Why go to the trouble? This is supposed to be a nice quiet hideaway with just a couple of cats. Alright, let's see what we have here. Switch it off so she can get what she's looking for with this. Oh, look, it's raining again. That's how you know it's an ESO stream. It always rains whenever I'm streaming. I have lots of wonderful looking screenshots.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yes, please, give me this stuff. First, the Crafty Alfique. Fixed. Sash. I think that's right. She already has something like that, though, so she's good. And the New Moon Acolyte. It'll be... yeah. It'll be Ice Lady that gets that one. We're gonna switch her over to all light armor and see just how much damage we can get from this stuff. So let's do these 4 in particular. We want to lock them all. Actually, let's unlock them to apply the enchants. That'd be nice if we actually got the enchants. Banker!
How can I help you?
That'd be nice if we got those. So let's see. Where is it hiding in here? A little further down the list, I think. Truly superb glyphs of magic. At your service. Good. Get this set up. You can actually do that with it too. Enchant. Yeah, it's a legendary on top of an epic. We'll upgrade this stuff eventually. Just takes so long to get the materials to upgrade from legendary to epic, though. Unless we grind the heck out of crafting dailies. Something you can do when you're listening to a podcast or something. Very, very podcast friendly. Okay, so we want to just bind all of these, including the heavy armor, and then just put the light armor on. Alright, new Moon Acolyte's hat, and new Moon Acolyte jerkin. Crafty Outfit gloves. Okay, so she's back to what she had before, except she's got more legendaries, except for a couple of pieces here and there. Tons of magic. 40,000 magic unbuffed. Or, well, after buffs. That's basically what I'm looking for. That's what I had with the Crafty Alfeek. There is a new dungeon set, I believe, with the DLC that actually has even more thousands of magic. And for everything that scales with it. See, that's part of what I'm curious about is scaling max magic versus scaling other stuff. I wonder if it's even worth it to scale spell damage. In some cases it is, though. So the new bonus for two-handers actually will apply to healing. We tested that earlier. Matter of fact, we can test it again. She does 12-3 non-crit. Take off the mace, which has an absorb enchant. Whoops, no, I want to unequip it. Alright. 9-7. Lost a lot of healing ability by unequipping the mace. Except on crits. Resto I think does more. Equip. Let's see here. 12-303 versus a real Resto staff. 12-085? Okay, so, but the big thing with a caster weapon like this is that it regens magic and you have your ranged attacks and all that other fun stuff. They both... That's interesting because they're both innate axiom weapons with plus spell damage. That would explain why it's been... Oh! That would explain why it's been so hard to get her any magic. She's using spell damage weapons. Well, yeah, maybe we should change out the weapons too. What does she have though? Are those legendary? No, they're epics. The Resto staff is... The Resto staff isn't though. Resto staff's a legendary. That would explain also the strength of everything as well. Okay. Yeah, maybe not. Because that's one of the things you lose. That's one of the things that you lose too. Is if you don't have a magic weapon. Yeah. If you have a shield, you can have an extra enchant. That's what one of the big differences is here. In exchange for the weapon type, doesn't do as much. You can also try tanking with a two-hander too. That's the thing. This game's emphasis on player freedom is quite uncanny. More Rufidite ore. We need 4 blue points to finish off the tree. Yeah, whatever, ninja. $14-3. Two-handed to 13. It'll be interesting to compare the two. Equal amounts of magic, equal amounts of spell damage. Although now we know she has a spell damage weapon. Ha! Well then. What's the daily for today? $9 grand unbuffed. Shouldn't that go up though? I mean, there isn't. Oh, we didn't use the major sorcery thing. That's why. You get both major and minor sorcery. 16,000, 10-3. We could actually make some, make some epic weapons. Make an epic two-handed mace that gives plus 1,000 magic or something. Might as well. See what the difference is. I mean, whoop-de-doo. We carry an extra weapon around to compare spell damage scaling with magic scaling. That's another way to compare everything. So tempted to try that now. Whoops. At least it gives a little bit of weapon damage as well. So 3,400 weapon damage. So when fully buffed, what does she have for spell damage? 4869. Two-handed to 14. We probably should, as part of this experiment, decide do we want plus magic or do we want plus spell damage? This is primarily supposed to boost your caster abilities. Okay, curiosity is going to get the better of me. I want a resto staff. Basically the weapons a good main has. Make another copy of them. Right then. Yeah! Let's have her go to the branch office at the Daggerfall Inn that I recently built. Cathedralis, Vivek Craft House. Rosie Lion. Have her hang out at the branch office. There's either the door got blown open or the furnace got blown out. It's a little bit cold in here now. 70 degrees and dropping. 28 degrees humidity and dropping. I think the furnace got blown out again. Darn wind. Alright, let's go make copies of the weapons. Gas furnace pilot light, one of those deals. You can always grab the blankets. So basically we want Goodmain to make a copy of his weapons. Because I know I went for an obscure set that I didn't normally get, in order to not have it overlap with a 5-piece bonus on something else I wanted to wear. So basically took a set with plus magic that I normally wouldn't want to collect for, and use that just for weapons. So I think it was all the big stuff that was one set. Yeah, hand and belt plus jewelry that were another set. And then there was this. So we're looking for the Twilight's Embrace. We're looking to make a greatsword and a resto staff. Twilight's Embrace was made where? Actually, I think it was right outside... Yeah, it was right outside Wayrest. Northwest Stormhaven, I'm thinking. Let's head out and make some weapons. For enchants, we'll do Itade, Mako, Kuta. Might as well put legendaries on these, even if we can't upgrade them all the way. Alright, let's do this. I shall be the best 2-viewer Andy playing ESO on Twitch. Yar. Let's see what we got here. Go straight to the, to this. There's bonuses to mounted speed in the green tree as well. Maybe when I get all the, making money points all taken care of, we should be good with that sort of stuff. Okay, where's the wolf? Come on, get over here. Yeah, run away, why don't you? Next. Alright. Northwestern Wayrest. Hey, look, it's raining again. That's how you know it's an ESO stream. Hey, Jay, why don't you stop playing Bretons so much then if Daggerfall's always raining? Because Bretons are cool. Okay, next. Let's go off to Stormhaven. It should be able to show me what the set is that I'm looking at here. This one. Twilight's Embrace. That's what I'm looking for. Just give me 1,000 magic, and we'll use the other 2 set bonuses for what they are. Need some more of that shortly. And you see we can relight the furnace, too, if we take a break. Alright, let's see. Alcair Castle, da-da-da-da. It's only supposed to be 30 degrees tonight, though. It's not like all those nights we had about a week or 2 ago. We were constantly down to 10 degrees, 5 degrees. Hey, wait a minute. Isn't it close to the first day of spring? Couple more days. I have to decide when to take the snow tires off this year. Yeah, snow tires in Connecticut. Not... People think I'm weird for having them until they're the ones in the ditch and I'm not. Especially if the towns run low on money and they don't plow as well. Alright, yeah, this old warehouse. I thought I remember making a bunch of weapons over here once. So, 160 Resto Staff and a 160 Greatsword of this set. We're only going to take one of the bonuses from it. Resto of Twilight's Embrace, crank up to Champion 160. And let's make it a damaging type thingy or something. Argonian. I'll just make it standard. See, plus healing, charged. Let's see, we want it to be an attacking weapon, so... Physical and spell pen by 2856. Yeah, let's do that. 2856. Champion 160. I don't want to be that idiot like I've been before that makes a champion 150 item and then upgrades it to legendary and like, why does this look wrong? Ta-da! We can make this a legendary as well. Plenty of material for wood stuff. Not so much for light and heavy armor. Bam! Legendary, and in this one we'll give you... This one has plus... Frost, where'd it go? I just made it. Resto, it's not in a set yet. There we go. Because it's got that increased healing received by 10%, so just a throwaway set, as far as I'm concerned, for if you want 1,000 magic from your weapon instead of 100 spell damage. Okay, Greatsword. Where's the smithy station? Get some of that. Anything to decon? I haven't been doing any questing, but let's do this. Greatsword. Twilight's Embrace 160. Put some pen on it for sharpened. Champion 160. When you do that once, you kind of get embarrassed and never want to do it again. Hey, do I have a legendary? I don't even have a legendary weapon. My Greatsword's not even legendary, and I'm thinking of upgrading... Wait a minute. Mr. Goodmane, you should have the... You're the one that tries out all this stuff, darn it. You need 8 of those, not 7. Duh. Next. I knew there was some stupid reason why I didn't have a legendary weapon yet. Stick to epic, then. We need 2 weapon enchants, so we'll go back to the castle for those. Need 8 of those. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been playing Final Fantasy too much. To this. Back to the castle. Goodmane's castle. Oh, you have that extra click now. I don't know. It's cool that you can use them as teleportation points, but is it really worth it when this is how it works? Let's try this. Almost. Almost time for new stuff to drink. Did it finally stop raining? Well, yeah. Enchants. Get those done. That's the running joke of the stream for all the new people that are stopping by. Whether on Twitch or on YouTube later on. See here. Enchanting. There it is. Itade. Mako. Kuta. I want it to regen magic. Help with regeneration, because I tend not to spec characters for regeneration. 1900 magic damage restores 354 magic.
Itade.
Mako. Huta. Toss it in the bank. This will be good for comparing spell damage weapon versus magic weapon. What hits harder? Because we know that there are certain abilities, like Templar spells, that scale with your magic. Let's put this in there.
Greetings.
Let's do some business, darn it! It's over here. Weapons. The stuff that's not in a thing yet. That and that, and that and that. Character switch. Guy's gonna have to keep building stuff for her half the darn night. We gotta get it to where she has the full spell damage boost, and then see how hard she hits with all light armor. It should be a lot harder than somebody who's a hybrid of light and heavy or all heavy. At the expense of regenning more consistently, versus having to get hit to regen and use a heavy attack to regen. It does bring some use for heavy attacks into the game. Not so good for PvP when someone just blocks you and it stuns you. And switch off. Since she has all these lovely new weapons to play with. It is definitely... We'll just take it for a spin. Maybe use some imps as target practice as usual. This is Glenumbra we're talking about. What we could do, though, is dismantle the down fan. If this furnace is going to keep getting blown out because the down fan has a different model than the one I originally built it in, we'll just put it by the door or something and just have it blow into the side of the house to make some noise. It's supposed to be a noise floor fan, so something you run... Alright. Something you run just to make a little bit of noise so people can't hear you through the wall as much. Haven't yet gotten the cops called on me, and I'd like to keep it that way. Alright, give me some weapons. What the... Oh, that's the deposit. That's why. That's why she has all this extra stuff. Greatsword of Twilight's Embrace. Resto of Twilight's Embrace. Give me those. So the Greatsword should auto-transmog to... Yep, auto-change to a mace. Switch to weapon 2. Let's put this Resto of Twilight's Embrace instead of Init Axiom. And let's enchant them both. Then lock them. Yeah, we should probably get the enchants, too.
May I be of service?
May I be of service? Absolutely. You may be of service by giving me... Where are those things? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Come on. Hey! The writs are resetting! I haven't done any writs. What we should do is, see if we have any open writs. One of the things you can do in this game is take quests and not do them, and you get to do 2 of them next go-around, just because you had it in your log. Might be worth it to go to Somerset or something and pick up all the crafting writs. Especially if we're going to decon a bunch of stuff. Hey, this New Moon Acolyte, we're going to lock. Lock. Alright, let's see here. This has no enchant. Set this one up. Lock. 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 Alpha Gear is the add-on you're looking for that. Okay, let's do some testing here. We hit what, 16-something with the other greatsword. Now with an extra 1,000 magic and what, 41,000 after buffs? Without taking, of course, the sugar skulls and stuff. I have a ton of buff food to go through. Let's do some target practice on some imps. 41,193 for magic now. Probably a lower spell damage. 12-2. That was 12-2. That was 12-2 versus... 12-2 versus 12-3. So that spell damage boost only amounts to about 100 extra whatever it is. So 12-2 versus 12-3. It does give some extra weapon damage, though. Yeah, the scaling isn't all that impressive. We could also check and see what the potency is of the spells for the various weapons we have equipped. Okay, so this is with the Greatsword of Twilight's Embrace. Dark Flare hits for what? 89.35 versus 89.60. So a slight edge to the spell damage. There is still some scaling, though, because if we switch back to Great Sword of Twilight's Embrace, we go to back to 89.35, but if we unequip it, 71.07. Your weapons matter in this game, as well as what they can do. Let's go check out some imps. Probably going to hit the same anyways. But we have some more magic to play with. Another cloudy day in Glenumbra. $98 unbuffed. But once you get your buffs in place, you're almost to 5,000 spell damage yet again. Alright. Alright, where's some imps? Imps make pretty good target practice around here. More wolves. 15.7, but that was the first attack. So with buffs, we should be hitting around 16k. 10.2, 16.4. Okay. So there is a bonus for spell damage scaling versus magic. So if we want to max out the damage, then we have that to consider. Drop 1,000 magic in order for the spells to hit harder. Which lines this up pretty well with World of Warcraft's model. Plus, the spell damage weapons give weapon damage as well, so when we go to melee, we should hit a little harder. Versus 3330 for weapon damage right now. 3s, maybe some 6s or something. Barely any crit. Probably because there's a bonus to crit from casting a spell in casting one of these sun damage spells and stuff. 26 to 13.6. Two-handed to 15. 56.05. Okay, there we go. That's crits at 56.05 versus 53.98. So the two-hander hits harder than the resto staff. Should I be surprised at that? I don't know. Head over to the Way Shrine. Alright, before we do anything further, let's let Twitch pay some bills. Gonna play some more stream beats. We're gonna play some more stream beats, see if we can get the darn heat working in the house, refill the cold ones, and take one of those stretch breaks that you're supposed to take when you play video games. We'll be right back.
Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break the keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane, living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spy, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't know you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spy, lies telling you, don't waste it
Yeah. What is it gonna take? What is it gonna take? What is it gonna take? So, for those of you that are unfamiliar with the Geek House's heating situation, we have basically a floor. This is a small house, so it can be heated by a small little gas thing. And the way it works in the wintertime, unfortunately, it means the heat comes out at waist level. So there's a thing I do where I take a box fan, put it on a laundry drying rack, and point it down at the floor to simulate the effect of a ceiling fan running it on low. The furnace that we have installed right now, it's very sensitive to any kind of draft at all on the floor. So the down fan keeps blowing it out. And if it's windy out, the wind outside will keep blowing it out. And we've had lots of wind issues the last couple of days. So, actually, I don't remember. Bring in the wind chime thing, or bring in the bamboo chimes before calling it a night. Because those are in danger of getting blown off again. Alright. So let's see where we're at. The remainder of what Lauren needs to do here is she needs to get some more points in two-handed. 15. She's 10 points away. Where are we going to get those 10 points from? Does she have an experience boost right now? Yep, for 21 minutes or so. Alright, so what we were doing before all this happened... It's sunny out! It's a beautiful morning in Glenumbra. Relish this. Get some screenshots, do whatever it takes. Relish this moment, because this doesn't happen very much. Get a screenshot of that. This might be the new screenshot for the YouTube, for when this goes to YouTube. Boom. Nice, beautiful morning with a deer and stuff like that. Picasso picked it up. Okay, we'll do some we'll modify that a bit later. Nice. Had a nice screenshot of something similar in the castle from before streaming. Alright, so Western... Let's go off to the Rift for Western Skyrim. Good. The thing is still running. I've turned off the down fans. I've been thinking of moving them anyways, because I often have more problems with heat feeling like it's too high in the air in the living room and everywhere else. So I don't know if having one blowing the heat down to circulate the stuff from coming out of the fan down to the floor is really the right way to go. I could always set something up, too, where it's not as prone to drafts that go underneath the darn thing. Let's see, Skyrim to the Reach. So, next to nothing is enabled here. So let's go explore, do outdoor events, do quests, do delves, get the Reach mapped out, and see what we get in terms of points. Let's see if we can progress closer. And if we get any Harrow Storms, go test everything out with that, too. Matter of fact, maybe we should equip the Meteor spell from the Mages Guild and start leveling that a bit too, because that's one of my favorite ranged abilities as well. I think it... Doesn't the ultimate Meteor spell cost less from the Mages Guild? Yeah, Meteor. Calls down a comet for the constellations. The blast is 200 ultimate versus the Dawn's Wrath one is 250 ultimate. So, the Aedric Spear one is the cheap one. Let's go fill out the map then, including, of course, everything that you see in the upper right. 70, but the temperature's leveled up. Okay, there's that. Ritual site. Go get all the points of interest and all that other lovely stuff. Beautiful, beautiful weather. Usually, yeah, Western Skyrim is usually all gray and dull looking. It's one of the things I never liked about the DLC or the expansion, the Greymoor expansion. We need to get Whiterun in there. Whiterun is a gorgeous part of Skyrim in Skyrim Special Edition. We gotta see it in ESO. Ooh, that texture looks really Nintendo 64. Oh, we have a Harrow Storm we can mess with now. Texture quality is as high as it goes. Oh well. Yeah, that looks like crap. Darn it, Zenimax, let modders make texture packs for this game like they did Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Send over to that Harrow Storm. It's something to do. And we might get a way shrine along the way. Actually, you should pick up a way shrine. Nostrus, the Creator, is kind and generous soul. Huzzah! Don't knock me off the mount. Don't knock me off the mount. Don't knock me off the mount. Whatever. Hey, there's people here. Nice. We might actually win this one.
Completion.
14 grand. Don't forget buffs.
Is that what you call triumph? Broken branches.
Darn it, Templar, learn to heal. Stop smiting everything. This is ESO. Wait a minute. Could use some regen too, which is what the number 4 ability oh, making me miss on my main attack there.
Among cordwood. Irritating.
That Harrowstorm Abomination is a boss. See what we can do with it. Well, don't try to tank it, of course. Take out the trash. Ah!
Are easily replaced. All your efforts are.
Oh wait, this is an outdoor fight. That's right, this is an outdoor fight. What was that? She should equip a group heal. Maybe only you do the spell damage. Well, you lose 1% magic if you don't have it on both bars.
The harvest. Wasted. How your kind has died for nothing.
Nice. Ivory teeth. I think I'm getting this loot that you sell because of the constellation. 2-handed to 18. Yeah, that works. Now let's unlock all the local landmarks and get the Sky Shard. Nice. Next to nothing is unlocked on this map. We shall be fixing that tonight. Oh, look at that sunrise. Oh, look, a quest.
What new horror has that storm unleashed upon us now?
Skill point. Woot woot. Next. Now there's a... We want to get the Way Shrine. We also want to unlock the thing down to Blackreach. The dwarf elevator thingy. Right over here. Blackreach is pretty cool, too. I don't know how many of you people might have heard of Choose Your Own Adventure books back in the day. I remember the Underground Kingdom one. I used to have a lot of fun with that one. The days of NES and SNES, and my folks not letting me play RPGs because it has swords in it, it's violence. No. Having a nice story with a lot of content was usually... We have nothing down here. And a few Sky Shards and some points of interest. Hey, this library, can we go into it? Or is it just there as kind of a landmark? Seems like it would be the case. It's probably a quest area or something. You can't use the door from that side. Whatever. How about over here? Yeah. Let's see here. Ah, cool. Other quests in here? Maybe do a quest for the librarian. I'd have to be a robot librarian or something like that. Oh yeah, it's a dwarf ruin. We're gonna have to fight stuff. Who's that? Not somebody who had any aggro. Lead for thin dwarven hinges and a ruby ash thing of shock. What is that? Perhaps what you should be asking is who, not what. What's this rift over here? Does this have anything to do with that Hermaeus Mora Daedric Prince? It is a library. If Hermaeus Mora was gonna mess with stuff, this is where he'd do it. My girl wants to... No, wrong song. $16,000. But one of the buffs wore off. That's right. To encourage more light attack weaving, there's if you use a mage guild ability, increase your next auto attack by 40%. Two-handed to 19, and I'm not even doing any quests. Plunk, 8,500 on a light attack, as someone spec'd for magic. I'm surprised this doesn't count as a delve of any sort. Of course, it looks like we've hit the dead end anyways. Because there's no way up the sides of this room, right? This is probably a place you go to for some kind of quest or something. Nope. Nice that they have it explorable, though. I mean, if you see a landmark that's some kind of library, you'd probably want to check it out. Or maybe I'm just a nerd. Both of those may be true. Hey, wait a minute. We forgot to run an ad. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. So, YouTube folks, how you doing nowadays? The Twitch folks should be back in about 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Twitch folks. Yeah. We're not even out of the dungeon, of course. I thought I clicked it, but it looks like that was the one thing I forgot to do during the break. The furnace got blown out by the down fan again, so I basically had to restart it twice while those songs were playing. By the way, for those of you YouTube folks who don't know what I'm talking about, I'll edit that out of the replay when it comes over to YouTube. Might have to do a spin-off video or something to save it properly for that. But it's one of those pre-production things we can do before launching it after the 24-hour rule is up. Which would be Tuesday or so. No, Monday daytime. Okay, so there was that library there. Wait, according to this, I cleared it. There was no quest. It was just a point of interest that you discover. Interesting. Now, how do we get to that sky shard up there? It'd be an easy one to get to. There's some kind of bridge thing that should be here. Is it? Hit the G button, lock the window key. Okay. Do you just go across the bridge and get the sky shard? You sort of. Well, nuts! How are we supposed to get to that? Probably that other point of interest, right? No worries, she's a healer. What? What was that? Some dwarven booby trap of some sort? Okay. So that's where we gotta get to. Where's like a cave or something, or... Oh, boy. Smash those robots. They're not really robots, it's Elder Scrolls. Learn your lore, idiot. Okay. Dwarven Centurions or whatever. Hey, a runestone. And a chest. Something still wants to beat us up, though. Darn it! There we go. Okay, how do we get to that thing? The way this game caters to ADD type stuff, like let's do this, no wait, let's do this, no wait, let's do this. The weird vibe goes well with the synthwave, though. Check out this trippy 80s dream. So is there a way up there? How are we supposed to get there? Is there a jumping puzzle or something? Let's see. Nope. There's something we go into that we come out the other side of, and we're on top of that thing. How about over here? Chorus. Chorus and Deep Elves. Ghostlight Grotto. Why does that name ring a bell? Well, that's not nice. Yeah, you reset, you cheater. Dude, it's only the AI. Ah, some of the eggs hatched. Another chest. That's what that thing was guarding. Get out of combat for that. We have that shard. Is there a hint on how to get it in the add-on? Broken Bridge, north of Ghostlight Grotto. It's got to be something you go into, and then you easily get to that. I mean, there's a door there, so... That's our goal right there. Not like there's some hidden jumping puzzle or anything. Maybe if this was Guild Wars 2. With ArenaNet's love of jumping puzzles. But not there. There's a way up there. There's something else up there, too. Oh, wait a minute. Void anomaly. That's what it was. A little hidden way of traversing stuff. I forgot about that. Been a while since I've done the quests in the DLC. Yeah, I knew there was some way of getting this. Hey, look, everybody else that figured it out. One piece to go for that. $19 for two-handed. Couple more points to go. What's the third? I don't think the third one's interesting. Yeah, it just reduces the stamina cost of the abilities. The fourth mode might be interesting. If you have, say, that plus 40% light attack damage buff. So we have magic versus spell damage. There is a slight bonus to taking the spell damage weapon. Lose some magic in the process, but have a little more throughput on your spells and heals. Might want to consider that on some of my other characters as well, especially if you're using... If you're going caster hybrid... whoops, wrong way. If you're going caster hybrid... If you're gonna do caster hybrid with one of these, you're gonna be doing a little bit of melee at some point. It won't be the best melee in the world because you're not spec'd for it, but it'll be something. There's some abilities too, like for example, Solar Flare, the morph of Dark Flare that is not a nuke spell. The AE variant of it that you can take. That gives you the bonus to your light attacks the entire time it's up. It's supposed to be the more melee-friendly version of this. Witch Knight's Belt. That would benefit from that sort of thing. What is that? Weapon, 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 and weapon damage, even more weapon damage if they're poisoned. Assassin characters ought to love that. Nice. Next! Alright, so there's the next Sky Shard is tied to a delve. So we might as well clear the delve while we're at it. Welcome to Gloomreach. Hey, a fitness point.
Where are you? A fellow Psijic? Did the Order send you, my friend? When I greatly...
We'll do the quest while we're at it. Gloomreach! Probably done this with Goodmane before. He's done more stuff than Lauren has and any of the other characters has. Otherwise, we'll do the dialogue when I bring him through here. Let's see. Isn't this supposed to be a delve? Why do I have this map? Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Examine the strange vegetation. Actually, I think it would be quicker just to queue for something. Go in as DPS. Why don't we do that? We'll come back to this. Actually, we'll do this while we're waiting for the queue to pop. Let's run something daily. Go into the DPS queue so we have time to do something before it pops. Alright, nothing much going on. Nothing much going on. Let's let Twitch pay some bills. Okay, everything's gone to YouTube only while we go through 3 minutes of ads for the other stuff. We're not going to... Let's not advance on quests then. Let's actually see if we can get to the Sky Shard by the time the break is over. 2 minutes and 41 seconds left. Oh, these guys have damage shields. Minutes before the Twitch people are back in action. Two-handed to 20. Well, YouTube people, you saw it first. Someone would have to be subbed to me or use an ad blocker or whatnot to have seen that. Alright, Chorus eggs, make sure they don't hatch. 1 minute and 41 seconds. So many Falmer. We'll just cleave the heck out of everything. About a minute left. Oh, look, a sorcerer with a bunch of speed boosts. Good, they'll take out the remaining trash mobs. Just have to help take down the Charis. And, of course, the eggs. Can't forget the eggs. Including that one, which will keep you from using these. About 20 seconds before the Twitch people are back. Whoops! Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. Now, how do we get up there? Not a jumping puzzle, but close to it. Probably the closest thing this game has to a jumping puzzle. Oh, no, that's not right at all. Either way. So we're almost to the Sky Shard. We just gotta figure out how to get up there. I think it might be the case that we need to come out somewhere and then jump down from somewhere else. So get further through the dungeon, maybe take out the boss or something, and then get to it right there. We just had a sorcerer come through, so... There's also those things as well. But yeah, there's a way out of here. Let's just go uphill as much as we can. Fighting through Falmer and everything to get that Sky Shard. Just keep going up and up and up and up and up towards the middle until we get to it. Make sure we're not missing anything. Up and 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 up. I'm not trying to go all Target store brand with this, but... Frozen! This must be the way to the Sky Shard. It's something you had to drop down from. We've been going uphill quite a bit. Okay, maybe you don't have to drop down to it. Actually, yeah, you do. As I thought. No treasure up here, right? No hidden chest I'm going to regret the minute I jump down. Okay. Or just run off. Sky Shard! Right, that's 2 out of 3. Now take the plunge. Hey, where'd the quest mob go? So, the next step in the quest is investigating some vegetation up at the far north of the map. You know what? Heck with it. I don't want to risk any lousy groups. Out of the group. We'll do what we need to do with delves. Had a glass cannon Leroy Jenkins last time on the DPS. That wasn't fun. Check it? Okay. Check something in Firefox. That explains who that rando was that showed up in my stream. Yeah, there was a guy that stopped by randomly in the, Yeah, there was a guy that stopped by randomly in the YouTube stream. It sounded like he was trying to troll me with a question, but I don't think he was. And an update from Logan. And a heart. Yeah, hearts on YouTube are pretty cool. It's the way creators directly acknowledge that people have been positive in the community. So... as opposed to just clicking like. It's like, yeah, that's awesome. I want to see more of that. At least the new videos are doing well out the gate instead of slowly crawling to 100 views like this one did. I'll revisit that with the YouTube side of things at some other point later on. Alright, let's see here. What? That's like, that's the new pet, isn't it? Must be like a wildlife version of it. This game wouldn't be that nuts. Alright, so there's the strange vegetation we gotta check out. Have the two-hander equipped in case we get experience from it. The leaves of this plant grow faintly and seem to give off a powerful and unfamiliar energy.
Careful now. Don't be tempted to eat that. You're not tempted, are you? Now, might I take a closer look at the specimen you gathered? Oh my. I fear something has gone horribly wrong. It's just as I feared. This plant radiates tonal energy. Master Pithis and I brought a relic with us that emits the same kind of power to study it. I think I damaged it. It's a strange Dwemer phenomenon. As a new recruit, I'm still learning, but I know its effects on the natural world can be catastrophic. Master Pithis said it would be fine, but I must have damaged the relic more than I thought. Well, Master Pithis had me use a transportation spell to get it here. Master Pithis, we...
Check out the disturbances. Done. That's one of the low points of this game, is that the speech model is modeled after Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and people tend to blabber a bit too much. Let's see, mementos. I recently got the campfire kit from the gem store, so why don't we set that up? Get things nice and cozy. I haven't seen that yet. You just sit down in front of it, caps lock, warm up. That means what? Sit down? Oh yeah. The RPers are gonna love this. Actually, this is Elder Scrolls catching up to World of Warcraft. Yeah, this is Elder Scrolls catching up to WoW. Yep. ESO catching up to WoW, because you can build a small cozy fire anywhere in the world in World of Warcraft. And it gives you a boost to your spirit, I believe? Or is that WoW Classic I'm thinking of? Alright, let's go check those other things out. How many points is... She's at 20 right now. She has points to spend. Hold on. We want to finish this off if we can. We probably won't. We gotta gain a whole bunch more champion points. Probably should use another experience scroll while we're at it. +1. What were we doing over here with these extra points? Ah, yeah, working on Plentiful Harvest. See if we can get the next level of that. Hey, didn't I nerf something in order to get that? Yeah, double the yield from resource nodes. Faster harvests, treasure chests. Yeah! Yeah, redistribute. It is more important for me to get nodes. Can't do that. Nuts. Yeah, we're locked in. And we lost all those other ones. Cancel redistribute. That's right, we were locked into that, weren't we? Was there something else we could drop? Probably not. Fast harvest. Only fast harvest by 10% per stage. Yeah, okay, no, this was correct. Resource nodes, yeah, because you can't split that. That's what the problem was. Let's see, to the south of the cave, then. Hey, that's 12,000. That's the baseline now. That's why things aren't hitting as hard. There we go. One of the things that we have to get used to is that I think 12,000 is the new stat for magic and stamina by default, instead of having a character get down to like 9,300 magic or something, or 9,300 stamina. Kind of a way to give people a higher baseline of power without the ability to crank burst damage as high. Try to smooth out the damage and leave some progression intact. Bit of a problem with the old system, particularly PvP. I'm actually curious how well some of the changes to the game work in terms of dealing with the unkillable super tanks that people used to troll the PvP system with. Oh yeah, I want to make this character that's impossible to kill but can't do any damage. That was something I saw people complaining quite vocally about. Alright, there's a landmark in here. What is it? Or am I underneath a landmark in the overworld? Oh, joy, company. Oh, yeah, the AE queued for next time. Down there.
A Dwemer amplifier? Quickly, deactivate it. I'll contain the magic with the time slowing spell.
We are going to be sick of Falmer by the time this is over. This is a bit of an issue that I have with stream beats, is that the synthwave on some of the earlier albums is a little bit repetitive. A little bit too much keyboard hand clap sound. I know you're trying to make it sound 80s, but it shouldn't be deliberately 80s like that. Maybe there were a couple of... I think there... Wait, what? Are they shooting their poison through the... No, they just have really good aim. Yeah, I think there was only a couple Madonna songs that really made really heavy use of keyboard hand clap. $11,000 on a melee attack because it was after a spell. That's the kind of stuff that Zenny was looking to do with these buffs. To here. Whoops! Quest failed. Does it go down as quest failed? Or does he respawn? Well, I don't know what knocked me out earlier, but I came to and caught up to you. It'd be funny if Zenimax ever had a smart alecky, you know, quest NPC turns into a ghost and haunts you for the rest of the quest. If that happened. Alright, so what do we have in here? Another dwarven amplifier. And we landed right next to a bunch of sleeping bears. Well, just one. But what exactly happens, though? Because, yeah, another annoying escort quest. That's why these things weren't popular in World of Warcraft. Hey, wait, are you going up or down? Down. Oh, joy. Underground saber cats. Search for Master Pithis. I wonder if you're not supposed to, if that character wasn't supposed to die. What happens if I reload the UI? Might be a glitch in the quest. 72. Furnace is still going. 11 minutes until everything resets. Now the escort quest guy. We have to... Oh, he respawns outside the cave. We gotta go all the way outside to get him. Well, what if we just lemminged on purpose or something and respawned at the nearest way shrine? Crunch! Hey, that's the boss, too. Alright, let's revive at a way shrine.
Did you find anything in the journal that might point us to Master Pithis' whereabouts?
Yeah, I just lemminged right next to him and spoiled the story. Just to respawn and see if you respawned. Whatever.
What? Let me see that. Oh, Master Pithis, how could you? I can't believe I fell for such deception. He must think I'm a fool. And I am.
Duh.
So much a fool that I can't stop what he's put in motion. Friend, will you help me stop him? We don't have much time before my spells wear off, and I can't be sure Pithis won't find a way to intercept my plea for help. It's up to us now. If this cave grows any more unstable, the relic may become impossible to contain. I sense a stronger source of tonal magic nearby. It has to be the relic. If my theory is correct, Master Pithis used those Dwemer amplifiers to harness its power. But I can use them to transport the relic back to Artaeum. We just have to hurry.
Well, let's go then. So which way was it to get back into the dungeon? Alright, let's do like every ESO streamer in existence and sprint as much as possible. Yeah, this looks like an ESO streamer now. He does keep up. Just try not to get hit with splash damage again. Oh, what? Come on. If you revive here, you don't get the... Oh, you do? Well, that was stupid. Alright, we're gonna have to fight the mobs the normal way. Or put on heavy armor, or one of those two. Surprise! Hey, that's metagaming. This isn't a roleplay server. Alright, so we gotta go to that door thing over there. Is that where we're gonna find What's-His-Face the Betrayer again? I wasn't paying attention when I dropped down last time. Sick of all these Falmer, though. Some of this sounds like the music from the movie Wall Street. Just make sure our guy doesn't get... Actually, these saber cats remind me... 21, y'all. These saber cats remind me of the annoying panthers on the Timeless Isle in WoW. Alright, we're gonna go downstairs for this. Alright, so there's that. We're on top of what we have to get into. Is there a quick way down? No, we're gonna get lemminged if we do that again. This reminds me of the sort of stages you'd make in an RPG Maker program, where you have someone walk around all over the place just to keep them, you know, in the same map for longer. Cheesy level design. In a sense, this is about as windy as the dead mines in original WoW. Yeah, we're gonna spend 20 minutes killing like 2 bosses or whatever, going around this giant drill thing in the middle of the mine. Yeah, we're going way down there. There's no water we can jump into either. The water down there is probably too shallow. So yeah, we gotta go all the way around. This is basically like the dead mines. Gloom Spore Bear. I guess the question is, swap weapons. I guess the question we have is it really worth it? I guess the question is it really worth it to have a little bit more magic and have to cast more spells to take down monsters? This whole thing of MP versus spell damage was actually something I dealt with in WoW Vanilla and the Burning Crusade. It's an old argument and whatnot to bring that back. Rubidite gauntlets, da-da-da. Alright, that looks like some kind of poison gas. It's this place we want to go to. If there weren't local Blackreach wildlife around every corner. Gloom Spore. Yay, mushroom cats. Whatever. The relic enclosure. What lurks in here, huh?
The relic! Let's hurry before it becomes too unstable to move. It's too unstable. I can't control it.
It looks like you could use some assistance, brother.
It's working. We're nearly there.
I have some of those things. Just don't have one equipped under it right now.
You and I have much to discuss, Callus.
That was closer than I would have liked. We're lucky Master Larama found us just in time. I was on the verge of losing control of the relic. I don't even want to think about what might have happened. Yes, with Larama's help, the relic was safely transported back to Artaeum. My time-slowing spell seemed to contain the worst of the damage, which also kept the cave from collapsing on top of us. I suppose I'll need to explain that, provided the Order doesn't already know. I suspect that since Larama is here, it means they do. I certainly learned my lesson about idolizing the Order. Even our own can fall. Hard to say. I suspect it will mostly return to normal, in about a few hundred years. But of course, with Dwemer relics, you can never really be sure. Regardless,
the Radiant Bastion set.
Here,
I think that's is that an Overland set? This is Lightning Staff. 1136 maximum health, weapon and spell damage, more health. It's a tank set, and it reflects damage. Holy crap! Porcupine tank gear. I gotta get some of that. Note to self: come to Blackreach. Farm tank gear.
Cross again one day. It was an honor to work with you, though.
All right, the boss was down there, right? Where is that? What's his face? The betrayer. We'll take the Lemming Express if we need to. There he is. Finish the delve.
My foolish apprentice sent you. How quaint. The artifact is mine. You cannot fathom its power. Not stop me! The artifact will make me all-powerful!
Except we just teleported it out of here. Slight issue with the lore. Apparently you're supposed to fight the boss before you go to... That's one heck of a delve boss! Because he was summoning monsters and everything. Gloomreach completed. Champion point and craft. Alright, let's go back to the castle for decons and selling. 2-handed to 22. We're 3 points away. Let's go! 3 points away. So, yeah, make progress in the world. Make progress in the world and get some stuff for it with this. Okay, let's see. We're gonna decon the heck out of everything. So yeah, that must be an overland set. I gotta find out where to get that stuff then. I think Delve Boss has dropped some things. I gotta find out where you get that. Beautiful day at the castle. It'll probably be raining by the time I leave. Alright, the stuff that can explicitly be sold, let's sell it. Nice. Excuse me. Okay, there's that. Let's decon the rest. Decon. Take this out. That porcupine damage, though, looks really cool. I'm gonna have to go check that out. It's probably a heavy set for tanks. This game kind of is missing the whole porcupine aspect of it. I would be tempted to take a gear set like that. I would be very tempted to take a gear set like that, spec it pure tank, so no emphasis on any damage or anything of that sort. You gotta find out where you get that. So it'll be in the Reach patch, the DLC, with the new crafted or new overland and other sets are for that. Totally gonna go get some of that stuff though. Make a porcupine tank set. Of course, if I, want to make some money in this game and buy some more bank slots to store all this, I can. Except this game has the reconstitution or whatever it is that lets you recreate sets that you collect. So as you collect in the various set pieces and stuff like that, you can make them later from those crystals that you get from the dungeons. Okay, so we got a couple more points to get. It is so gorgeous out. A nice day in Glenumbra. Look at that. Another screenshot waiting to happen. Is Picasa still open? Yeah, I get that. We have so many screenshot candidates for what the thumbnails... We have so many thumbnail candidates for... We're gonna have so many thumbnail candidates. Boom. Beautiful day in Daggerfall. We are gonna have so many candidates for screenies. Yeah. It's this TAA graphics. The TAA graphics make it look really nice. So here's what I usually do is I take... The screenies go to Twitter. I'm looking at setting up Imagear as well. I have Instagram, but Instagram is very mobile friendly, so it's not really all that great for screenies. Especially when you can't zoom to full 1080 like you can on Twitter. So I'm thinking of setting up screenshots and other graphics on Imagear, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah. Be a nice way to keep the concentrated coolness on the platforms. I recently got involved with TikTok and YouTube Shorts to compare YouTube versus TikTok on this kind of stuff. Hey, would a picture of her running look a little better? For the... Boom. Get the light in the right spot, but I don't think you can with the... Yeah, like a picture of her running might be good for the whole battle mage thing, or battle cleric thing. Yeah, I want to get some... Still open, right? Yeah. Catch her mid-stride. We'll see which one we want to make into a... into the thumbnail. Since YouTube has that kind of stuff. It's one of the things with YouTube streaming as well, is you explicitly declare thumbnails to stream, but there's a recently rolled out feature at YouTube streaming that generates a thumbnail Twitch style. So it generates it from your stream, a recent moment in your stream. Alright, we can go back to the overworld. Let's see if we can get more points just by riding around and getting more waypoints on the map. We have a couple more points to get in order to finish this whole thing. Pre-rolls are on. What? Before we go on our big tour de Skyrim, how about we let Twitch pay some bills and come back for the home stretch of this stuff? We'll be back.
Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break the keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane, living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't know you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spy, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Hate, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it. I'm telling you, don't waste it. Life's telling you, don't waste it on me.
Should be good for... Let's see, what are we at for time for the Twitch people coming back? About 30 seconds or so. Music is from Streambeats. We have Streambeats Rock and Streambeats Synthwave loaded. Streambeats.com. Harris Heller's Streambeats project. Something really good that I think a lot of content creators can benefit from in terms of... There's even a sync license as well. So if you have copyright issues and they ask you, like YouTube asks you, to present evidence of your license, you have a downloadable license you can actually attach to the documentation to get claims resolved if there's a false claim in Content ID or something. It is something I've had to think about, though, with TikTok, because TikTok is a sitting duck to people abusing their copyright system with the YTAL tracks. Because if YouTube doesn't do anything to stand up for their rights outside of YouTube, then stuff like YouTube Shorts and stuff might be an issue for me over on TikTok. Might have to try something different over there. Which is something I'd want to do anyways. If you're involved on multiple platforms... If you are involved on multiple platforms, you're going to want to keep all of them special in some way, shape, or form. Don't be a content barfer. So... It's one of my problems with multi-streaming. It's inherently, yeah, it's easy, but it's naive. Wait, we can go get... Yeah, let's get the Markarth way shrines and stuff. Get that unlocked. Let's go unlock Markarth.
None of these weak strangers could face a true leech challenge.
Be off, Reeker! Ard Haddock refuses to see you. Now go! Before I gut you.
The Ard needs to...
Markarth! What the... Yeah, watch your pet, sorcerer. Now, where is... The way shrine in here is down that way, so let's go get it. This is ESO's answer to Markarth. A little crowded for a zone. Nice to hear the surround sound working properly through the headset again, as opposed to what I had earlier.
Be off, Reeker. Ard Kadak refuses to see you. Now go, before I gut you.
The Ard needs to hear what I have to say, my friend. It is imperative that we speak.
Alright, what else can we unlock? You know, I don't... If there's a system for getting Radiant quests in this game like there was in Skyrim, and you get everything from an innkeeper... You go to an innkeeper with us?
Reeker. Ard Kadak refuses to see you. Now go!
Hey, there's also a Harrowstorm that's up.
The Ard needs to hear what I have to say, my friend. It is imperative that we speak.
So there's another way shrine to the south. Let's go pick that up. Let's fill out the map and see how many points we get just from filling out the map. Alright, enjoy the Skyrim scenery. Oh. Pick up some stuff along the way. I better knock it off. This is going to start resembling a Vandalia stream. Watch your tongue, dude. You don't want to make her mad. She does kind of do random stuff like gathering and things like that. But hey, you know, this game just really lends itself to you being constantly, oh, let's go pick up this, let's go pick up that. Don't have any real pressing need for a lot of stuff right now, but can't have too many crafting materials, especially when you take all those perks in the green tree for gathering more stuff per visit. Hey, wait, there's another thing we can pick up over there. I'm also not making things any better with my use of mods. Oh, Gillette! The best a man can get. Wrong song. Yar. Right, there's that. That's Rebels. That's the Rebels' retreats. Let's go get that other way shrine. Unfortunately, that other one is tied to... That other sky shard is tied to a delve. Just want to see how much of the map we can fill out. Take the scenic route. Hi, vampires. Bye, vampires. Another sorcerer just shooting the breeze. Tree log. Getting more heartwood, though. I've noticed that with that was one of the things I was looking for earlier, and I could never seem to find under the old system. So the increased chance of rare treasure, I'm guessing, might be contributing to that. That would actually be a good thing, because I had so much trouble looking for... See, heartwood I need for one of the building projects for the furniture, but I could never find it. The new system, if that increases the odds of getting it, then I'd say it's definitely helping with this sort of stuff. Alright, that's Briar Rock. We have the ruins of Briar. We have the Lost Valley Way Shrine. Let's go get it. Everywhere there's a Way Shrine, let's go get it. Pick up some stuff along the way. Storm. Does anybody want to do this? Well, they just finished it up. Okay.
Yeah.
East. There's a whole bunch more Harrows. There's a whole bunch more Way Shrines to pick up. See, this is the part where Western Skyrim starts turning a little gray. I've come to know it as the gray zone because of that. Then again, you were up against the Grey Host, the vampire and werewolf clan in the series associated with this area. The mount is actually needs to take a rest. Used up all the mount stamina. Okay, that gives her Lost Valley. Can we take a shortcut? Can we shortcut straight through the north, straight to that next one? Without running off a cliff? Let's find out. Pick up the ritual site while we're at it. Do we still have an experience buff? Before we go running off like this. We do not. Let's use another one. Where's another one of those experience scrolls that I've been trying to use up? Yeah, well, if you don't knock me off the mount, it doesn't matter. Haha. Next. See if we can run through the middle of the world boss.
Witch stories. Nothing but reach stories, mark my words.
I don't think we're the first to camp here.
Cat jam, cat jam, cat jam. We'll pick up the craft station while we're at it. Can we decon while we're there? Detour. The Red Eagle Redoubt. Hey, there was something special about the crafted set that was here. Two-handed to 23 just from riding around. 2 more points before she can unlock the maximum amount. So she can't... No, she can't handle jewelry as good. She can decon, but she can't refine as well as Goodmain because she needs more skill. Or is that... Check her jewelry skill. Refining of more powerful platings from raw materials. Yeah, okay. She can handle it. Always a good spot to do the deconning. Red Eagle's Fury. What was so special about this set that I was keeping an eye on it? Someone got the Harrow Storm. Lightning Staff of the Radiant Bastion. Now the Harrow Storm started up. Alright. Weapon and spell damage plus crit, more weapon and spell damage. Yeah, but it's also... This is the big boost of secondary stats for your weapon skill ability. So, melee characters... Martial characters, I should say, because technically someone using a bow is a stamina user. So it's not totally melee, it's martial weapons. So that's basically the New Moon Acolyte for martial characters, opposed to magic characters. Martial versus magical. Okay, let's see here. Stamina versus Magicka, one of those two. Ivory Teeth, that's something... Oh, that's treasure that you can sell. We just sell that straight to Nuzuma, then. Nuzuma!
Anything I can do.
Yeah, stop clipping off
Can I help you?
and teleporting. Mid-sentence. It was a treasure. The Ivory Teeth was a treasure, actually. That's the stuff that you find in, That would be the treasure chest buff in play here. Okay. That Harrow Storm looks so tempting, and it's the one I just discovered. Let's see how everybody's doing with it. Watch, they'll probably finish it up by the... time I get there. Okay, next. We're going after that Waste Shrine. That is totally clippable. We could modify that later. That was only a 30-second clip, but we could... Gives me a timestamp to work off of. I never really thought I'd have use for the clip that button, but... Sometimes life kind of throws you some loops there. Rebels retreat.
Yeah.
Be cool if we get Riverwood and Whiterun in the ESO zone. I don't know if I don't think that zone's represented yet in the game. Maybe a DLC or something. That seems to be the part of Skyrim that's missing from this game. So I'm throwing around this idea for a Morrowind of some sort playthrough. Completely no mods. We'll play it old school. Original graphics, original everything. That would include crashes to the desktop, technically. But we could also use OpenMW to take care of the stability issues. Karthvastin. There's our way out of the zone. That is not all of the way shrines, though. We still have to go up the hill and get that one up in the northwest. How close are we to Karthvastin? I assume that's supposed to be pronounced German style or whatever. Oh wait, this is a town that the vampires took over. 2 points left. Gauntlet! Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 points, 2 points, 2 points. We can get the crafting station up there too.
It's too quiet. Nothing exciting ever happens around here. I think the clouds...
Hold thine tongue, knave. Whatever. Pick up the crafting station. One of these crafting stations I think had a set that I was interested in. Just never bothered with. It might have been the other one though. I see red. And I see monsters. Yeah, the redoubt. That's what this is. What was this one about? The Legacy of Karth. Vampires. Let's try that again. Crit, weapon and spell damage, offensive pen. Enemies affected by your poisons take 45 disease damage every second. So it basically adds, it's Death Knights all over again. Your poisons add disease damage. So multiple debuffs. With some of these sets though, where I'm not as interested in the 5-piece, I've thought about maybe 4 and 4, and then maybe a 3 from the middle set. Something like that. I think I was doing 5, 5, and then 2. Maybe do 4, 4. How many sets do we have? Well, it depends whether or not you equip a shield. Okay, that's that with that.
Yeah!
That's it. That's it for way shrines. You can always go back underground and get some more of that.
Yeah!
Okay, so how do we get through this? Deep Folk Crossing. This is a story dungeon. Don't know if we'll be able to go in. Yeah, this has the puzzle entrance. You can't do it until you get the quest.
Yeah.
Right, let's get the other areas too. Areas of interest. We could also go do a delve somewhere. Instead of riding around the map all day.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to bite the bullet and go heal something, or go DPS a dungeon or something.
Yeah.
There's that. And over here is the entrance to Blackreach. I think that's where I went down last time. Arcthzond Cavern. Isn't this where I went last time? I think this is... yeah, this is where I went last time. Well, let's go... sort of. Let's go pick up that craft station. What the... oh, that's the armor set. Similar to fortified brass. Might actually be necessary. That's the armor set. That similar to fortified brass. That might be necessary for people to tank if they're not spec'd for it. I think I did an experiment where I was like, hey, can light armors tank and stuff? Sort of. The magic number is 33,000. We're missing a few waste shrines down here, too. The magic number is 33,000 resistance. So you definitely need heavy armor spec defense mode for a lot of the races in the game to hit that. Largely because I think Nords still have the edge on that one. A lot of this is the direct result of the missing passive bonuses that used to give you 5,000 additional physical resistance when wearing certain types of armor. So I don't see anything in the new system that really corresponds to those yet. Those were red tree bonuses, so we'd have to look around the red tree to see where those were. Alright, this out in... we'll check it out, actually, at the Philosopher's Cradle. Craft station. Even has a cooking fire. This was what again? Armor. Yeah, armor, health, and armor. And an additional armor. Increases the cost, but it increases the cost of block, sprint, dodge, and break free. So, this is one of those things where you gotta start thinking whether you want the 4-piece bonus, then take an extra bonus from another set to not get hit with that penalty. So, it's more things to think about when it comes to itemization and stuff like that. Why is your head glowing so much? We have points in craft. Let's take another point of this. Not like it's going to do much. To the red tree. I didn't think I saw anything in this red tree that really... 2% less damage. Reduces the cost of break free. Crowd control immunity. Roll dodge. Yeah, see, we don't have the kind of thing with the armor like we used to. It's missing. You only gain plus health. And so that leaves you at a disadvantage with physical resistance if you're not spec'd. So you have to be a lot more defensive with hitting that resist cap. No warfare points available. Let's get back to this. 2 points to go. We do have some... we could do some exploration down here to finish off the waypoints. We don't have that other side of this entire area, since we went into that delve earlier. let's get that figured out. Slide issue. This game has the uncanny ability to slide. Slide down the sides of cliffs and things like that. World boss. Well, looks like some people are already doing this. They already took it down. Okay. They probably came over here with the world boss group and... Alright, so there's that. There's the great lift out of here from there. Pick up the way shrine. There's another sky shard over there. See if we can grab it along with the point of interest. Alright, that's Night Hollow. That gives us that. I think, isn't this a player house or something similar to one? Chest. Throwing rocks, are we? Two-hit at 24. Now he's got to deal with this thing that we aggroed from. Or get it to reset. Or get it to clip through the wall. Either way, it works. Void essence. Just what the doctor ordered. Now, this thing. Nice. Ready to go cave painting lead for this. So over by that castle. Let's see if the water is deep enough. The answer is no, it isn't. Lemming. The minute you see something standing in the water, you know it's all over. Usually after you try to take the shortcut in the game. Whoops. Now let's try this again. So over here, where is... It's up there on that rock crop. How do we get to it? I'm guessing not by charging Night Hollow Keep. Why does that sound like the name of a World of Warcraft raid? Skill point! Alright, what else is left down here? I think that was most of the points of interest. So we can actually go somewhere else and continue filling in the map. So what do we have left? We have to get to... We have one more point to get to and make sure we don't lose whatever experience buff we do have. Increase experience another 41 minutes. We should be good with that. Alright, let's find another map with barely anything filled out if there's anything left. Then go see if we can fill in some more stuff or do a delve or something. We just got to get to 25. Join someone's world boss run, whatever it is. You guys think Crown Store homes are worth it, says in-game chat. My characters only have a huge bleeping castle because of it. Love the ambient sound effects in this game, though. Especially now that this headset is no longer misdetecting as a Logitech G, or the microphone, I should say. Okay, so that gives us most of the points of interest down here. How about on the previous map for Western Skyrim? So Western Skyrim, we had a couple of things missing. Most notably, you don't have the Giant's Coastway Shrine. Let's go pick that up. This is the sort of thing where there's going to be something small. I still hear the pilot light going. Good. I really think, yeah, the down fan was blowing out the furnace. We don't get the wind until tomorrow night. So, have to figure out something else. It'd be nice if you could set up a down fan in here, blow everything down from up by the ceiling. Just gotta make sure we don't do it too close to where it could mess with the furnace. Crafting station. That was a warfare point. It wasn't credit for the Way Shrine. There's the credit for the Way Shrine. One more warfare point. Almost. 2 more warfare points. Get the 100 spell damage back. Alright, now that we have that. We don't have that one. We do have this one, though. Let's head up and get that Way Shrine. We'll get this game mapped out. Whoops. Somebody else is having problems with saber cats. Northern Watch. Any left in this zone? You know what we can do to get those points? Let's go to elsewhere and let's fight some dragons. Let's go to the Stitches. See what dragon fights are open. See if anybody's doing them. I think the dragons only show up when you're in the elsewhere zones. Alright. Yeah, there is a fight underway right up there. Let's go join it. There's fights underway at both dragon sites. There's fights underway at both the dragon sites, so let's see, hopefully we don't catch one of these right as it's ending. Again, though, with the TAA anti-aliasing, temporal anti-aliasing, really nice. Dragon Below. World of Warcraft, the Dragon Below. Alright, who's fighting the dragon? Better not be like one person just trolling. A decent dragon group. Let's help finish it off. Whoops. Yeah. Well, we'll use some... We got this anyways. We'll get one more hit in, probably, by the time the boss is getting taken down. One. What'd I say? We could go back to Orcrest and try to down more bosses. There's also that shard over by that village. Choices went out in the desert, huh? There's Dragon Fight number 2 that's underway, but I don't know if I even got any experience for that. I don't think I was around for long enough. Let's go get that shard then. Which probably means going down to ground level. Yeah, from the looks of it. That's way over there. Some basic acrobatic stuff here. I think it's that Khajiit house way up there that we have to get to. No, it's down at the bottom. You don't see that very often. Here I was thinking, oh, I came down here for nothing. It's an inn, too, so... real easy once you've unlocked the inn. How close are we to getting that 25th point? Oh, we just one more major event will take care of it. Maybe discover the inn by running underneath it? No, we gotta get up there and take that rope bridge over to it. Something to go discover it. And get out of the canyon here, then.
I'm hearing troubling rumors about Ashen Scar.
The radiator's clunking a little.
I guess I can not visit it there.
Nope, over this way. Can we discover it?
Watch your step in this.
Nah, we gotta do a quest. I don't feel like doing quests. Well, we're out of here. Where is that other dragon fight? Where's the other dragon fight going on? As soon as I'm out of the inn's map there. Come on! The dragon fight is still, well, basically this way. I was popping open the map. Could grab the crafting station up there too. I'm guessing, no, contributing to the dragon fight if it's not a hopeless mess. Should finish off the progression at 25 points in two-handed. Except I think I'm on the wrong side of the canyons to get there. Dragon fight is over. Next! We'll get that crafting station up there then. See if that helps. We just got to get that last point, and then we have it. We'll test it out on those terror birds. The most unoriginal name for an MMO mob ever. Or something. Let's go get that let's go get that crafting station and see if that does it. how do we get to it? Is it over by the statues? No, it's down here somewhere. Might be one of those canyon things. Whoops. Starhaven Adaptorium. We're too close, aren't we? No, we gotta do something. We do an event of some sort.
Yeah.
Is there a dolmen we haven't finished yet? That'll probably finish everything up. Actually, you know what? Since we said dolmens, there's a place that everybody goes to get experience when they don't want to play the game on their alts. It's a place where you can always find something going on that'll give you some type of experience, and that place is the Alakir Desert. This is going to put us over the top. Let's just check which dolmen is currently underway, because nearly all of them are visible from the way shrines. This one just finished. Let's go to the next one over. See if it's this one. It is. Change skills. Give me the thing that splits up. We're not going to have time to kill anything with that as with a cast time. And this is why. Join the Zerg. This will get us the points we need in no time. So many people. Might as well preemptively consecrate to get kill credit on some of these. One little hit for 2,000 and the mob takes him down. Two-handed at 25. It only took one dolmen to get everything we needed. All right, now that's what I call a way to finish off a progression curve. Two-handed. Heavy weapons, maxed out, plus 284 spell damage and weapon damage, bringing unbuff to 3888. For heals, we have same type of weapons, right? Yep. Plus weapon and spell damage. The burst weapons. Base heal, no crit. 12-5 versus Resto Staff, 12-0. 81-41. Crit with the AE attack. And let's do the single target nuke. Put that back on the bar. Dark Flare. Probably still hit harder with a Fire Staff. 10-5 non-crit. Versus, I think, Goodmane's 10-2 non-crit or something. 10-5 non-crit. Set the... Get the banker out. Can we get a Fire Staff out here? Or does somebody else have it?
Can I help you?
Just the ice. Only the ice staff's available. Inventory? Resto only. Alright. Either way. Two-hander. Maximum benefit. Can finish leveling to two-hand 50. We'll do a comparison screenshot or something. Yeah, we'll do a comparison screenshot just to compare the two characters. Light armor versus heavy armor, similar builds, gear, and everything. Who hits harder? Also, this shows, of course, the difference between plus magic weapons and plus spell damage weapons. But we have what we're looking for. Go back to the castle, decon, and enjoy a well-earned rest. After getting that runestone, of course. 15-3. Bye, banker. I gotta find out who has the fire staff. I want to do a comparison of fire staff versus two-hander. Since two-handers have this spell damage boost, how useful is it? I know it's general purpose. Destro and Resto staves are still better at their respective stuff, but in terms of playing a hybrid, even just a hybrid caster healer, it's a solid choice, especially if you got any amount of melee anywhere that you might want to do for whatever reason. 54-57 on a crit. The age of the battle cleric, retribution paladin, shaman with a two-handed, whatever you want, whatever it is that you want to adapt over from World of Warcraft, that age has arrived. Castle. Now watch it be raining. Just takes a little getting used to with this whole inside house, outside house thing. That's 2 characters now that are set for the new system. Up next, we're going to take a look at an Ice Mage. Something that traditionally this game has not been friendly to. A Warden with ice spells. Usually they're good for tanking. But since the taunt has been moved off of the heavy attack for Ice Staff, how much damage can we squeeze out of the one and only Destro Staff setup that doesn't actually boost damage as much as the others?
How may I serve?
Dragon's Pellet, Fellow Hide, da-da-da-da. Let's see, what do we have here? Where is that adventurer sack or whatever it is you get from the dragon things? Get that? Oh, just some cornflower? Okie dokie. Decon, since she can decon just as well as Goodmain can. Goodbye. We also have to take a look at getting some of that, that set as well. See if it's Overland or Dungeon or something. Fort Brass. Done and done and done. What's my drop status versus my own stream, by the way? I think I gotta watch someone else to get any more drops. You used to be able to farm drops off of your own stream under the old system, but I think Twitch nerfed that. You know, gotta encourage people to watch other streamers instead of, I'm streaming to 0 viewers and getting Ouroboros crown crates. Oh, it was a consolation prize for not getting any viewers. It's all a matter, sometimes life is just a matter of how you look at it. Ah, Periite Cultist Robe, that's what that was. Get 10 of those and then, yeah, I should toss that in the bank at some point. 13,000 gold just from all this leveling and stuff. So the magic number is 25 to get the maximum benefit from the two-hand thing. Heavy weapons, 2 out of 2 for an extra bonus of about 300 spell damage. And of course, 8% critical strike damage bonus for damage and healing and stuff like that. Hey, she's home. Queen of the castle. Bam. And she should be darn proud of herself. The Hybrid Fest where everybody gets... The Hybrid Fest where everybody gets a two-hander continues. You get a two-hander, and you get a two-hander. Everybody gets a two-hander. Elder Scrolls Online, update 29. It is update. Hey, does that rhyme? That is the patch, right? I'm not used to referring to these as updates. Update 29 ESO. Flames of Ambition. Yep, that is it. Elder Scrolls Online update 29. And the way it is getting ESO players to rethink how this game is played. That is what I call progress, and that is what I call a nice, fulfilling night. We'll be doing a lot more of this, probably on Twitch. Populate the channel with some ESO streams to watch and other cool stuff. Send the VODs over to YouTube after the cooldown period, of course, and get those set up there as well for the YouTube crowd. But for now, this has been Lauren the Battle Cleric. Two-handers for everyone. Zenimax, what hath your new patch wrought? Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.